Hello, this is JB, and I'm a first year law student. And today I'm going to talk about my law school visits. So I didn't actually take very many visits. I have been to a few law schools over the years, and I visited a few when I was actually planning to go to law school. But I haven't been to that many. And the reason is that I guess a couple of reasons. It costs a lot of money to travel, especially if the law schools you're thinking about going to are in very far different places. And mine they were scattered around mostly the South and the Midwest in the United States. And so this takes time to get to because not all of them are in big cities. And so you would have to fly to a big city and then somehow get to the smaller town or city where the law school is. And so it's a little tough. But for me, what I did is I first decided where I was going to apply, and I applied to those. And then I got into two, and I went to one of them, the one that I thought I would most want to go to, and I was right. And I came on Admitted Students Day, which was in April of last year, last year, and I enjoyed it. I liked the law school. I liked the people. I liked the city. I could see myself living here, Little Rock, Arkansas. And so it worked for me. But over the years, I have visited several law schools, and I'm going to tell you about those. So the first one is University of Chicago. And there's absolutely no way that I could get into the University of Chicago, even if I didn't have the brain tumor and all that. This is out of my league. But Chicago was one of my favorite cities, and so I went to University of Chicago years ago because it's a beautiful campus, and it's on the south side of Chicago, and I like being in that part of the country. President Obama, who was the president, I think, at that time, he taught there. He was a professor there, adjunct, I think. And so I just wanted to walk through the campus. You can't really, unless you're invited, unless you're applying. I don't think you can walk into most of those buildings. I think I tried to go into the library, and you had to have a student card to get in there, so I didn't go in. And I didn't try to go into any others because I figured it was the same. But it's a beautiful campus. And I think at the law school there, it's pretty much just like any undergraduate institution, except maybe a little fancier, and people probably dress up a little more to go to class. But it's very similar. Nothing looked out of place to me. And then let's see, I got to put my glasses on. Let's see. In 2023, or 2022 and 2024, I visited the University of Arizona because I went in 2022 because I was hoping to get into a master's degree program, and I actually got into the master's degree program on the same day that my plane landed. While my plane was in the air to Tucson to visit the university, I received the email. And so when I got to the airport, I opened my computer so that I could figure out how I was going to get to my hotel. And I saw the email, and it said that I got in. And I remember crying because I never thought I would have a chance to get a master's degree. And so just to get in, it was a big deal. But while I was there on that trip, I took a visit to the law school. And I had been past it many times because I lived right near there years ago in 2006 and 2008. So I'd been by the law school, I don't know how many hundreds of times. And I'd never been inside, but I'd been there. And that particular weekend that I was there, it was spring break. So everything was closed. I think I could have gone into the library, but everything looked shut down. And so I just didn't even try. But in 2024, after I completed the master's degree, I completed it in December of 23, but I graduated in 24. I did get to go, and I got to meet some of the professors that I had during the program in person. I had met them online, but got to meet them in person. I walked around the law school. I went to a couple of events for law students, for JD students who were graduating, and it was really awesome. I like that. I like Tucson anyway because it's a beautiful city. There's mountains all around. The weather is nice, except when it's 120 in the summer. But like in the fall and winter, it's nice. And I was hoping that I would score high enough to go to Arizona, but that didn't happen because of the brain surgery. And maybe I just wasn't smart enough. I don't know. But that didn't happen, so I didn't get to go there. But like I said, it worked out for me. I got to the right place. Another place that I visited was Marquette. I was living in Green Bay, Wisconsin last, and I kept getting invitations to come to these events, Open Students Day, and I went, and I liked the law school because it's right there in downtown Milwaukee. It's actually not far from the train and bus station there, and it's in the middle of everything. So like all the big buildings and different restaurants, and there's the entertainment district not too far from there, but on the river, and it's a good place. It is a little rough because there's a lot of homeless people. I don't know why they're homeless in Milwaukee. If I was homeless in Milwaukee, the first thing I would do is get the fuck out of there. That place is cold in the winter. But anyway, there's a lot of homeless people and a lot of people with different afflictions and addictions and so forth. But the school is great. The school itself, once you get in there, I went on a tour. We listened to the different panels and the different speakers and students. And it was a good experience. It started to make me feel like I could actually go to law school. And this was before I even took the LSAT. But it made me feel that I could go there. And it turned out that I had a connection with someone who works there, was the general counsel for the law school, and this person had graduated from the University of Arizona. So I just sent the person an email and said, "Hey, you got a JD from Arizona? I got a master's degree. I'm hoping to get a JD, and I'm thinking about applying to Marquette. Will you talk to me about law school?" And the person said yes. And we had a really nice conversation one day for, I don't know, 45 minutes or an hour on Zoom, and it was really awesome. I really appreciated it, and I applied, but I didn't get in. The only reason I applied is because the person that I worked for spent 1 year there and kept encouraging me to apply. But I figured that even if I got in, that would just be something I could be proud of. And I didn't really plan to go there, even though I did like the law school and all the people I met and everything like that. Somewhere else that I visited was Michigan. Michigan is like the University of Chicago. Even on a good day, with the wind at my back, I was not going to get into Michigan. Michigan's T14. Smart as I am, I would have had no chance. And so I didn't apply, and so I didn't get in. And but I did like Michigan. I was visiting Detroit, and one weekend, and so I jumped on I took a lift from Detroit to Ann Arbor, where University of Michigan is. And one day I just walked around the campus and went to the law school. And one thing I liked about walking around the campus is I got to see the big house, which is the football stadium. I remember when I was a kid watching games, and I even had a Michigan poster, and I had a Michigan, what do you call it, starter jacket that my dad bought me. Got it from Value City, which is like a place that has all the clothes that nobody else was going to buy, because I was living in North Carolina, so there's not too many people going to buy a Michigan jacket. So I think it was probably like $15, $10, and that was my jacket. It was oversized, but that was my jacket for a couple of years. And just the other day, I actually saw somebody wearing that same kind of jacket from the 90s, and I was like, "Hey, I used to have that jacket." But Yeah, the law school, I went there on a Saturday, and I was able to just walk right in and walk all around. No one bothered me. There was no security asking me questions. Why are you here? I was just walking around like I was a regular student, and it was cool. My favorite thing about that law school is they have this great hall, and I don't think it's actually even a part of the library, but this great hall with these tables where people study. It's just a beautiful building on the inside, and I liked it. It's kind of like what I would think of um, if there was a law school in the movies. Like if you saw that place, you would think, "Oh, that's a law school," because that's what it looked like. But I just spent a little time walking around there, and I walked around the library at Michigan, knowing good and well I would never get in there, but just wanted to see what it was like anyway. And then I left. So another place I went is Minnesota. Minnesota's another one. Like, I was really interested in going to Minnesota because I've seen, like on YouTube, how they have very high profile people come and visit, like presidents and Supreme Court justices, senators, all sorts of judges, and different people who are well known. And so I wanted to go to school there because they have a labor and employment law program. But I wanted to go there and just be able to witness those people come and say whatever it is that they had to say. I thought that would be interesting and fun. But getting back to the labor and employment, that's something that I've worked in that area for a long time. Obviously, not as a lawyer, but I worked in that area for a long time, so I had a lot of interest in it. And I thought that if I were to go there, that would put me in a real good position for the type of work that I wanted to do. But unfortunately, again, because of the brain surgery and because maybe I'm just not smart enough, that wasn't an opportunity for me. And that's fine because Michigan or Minnesota is a lot like Michigan and Wisconsin and North Dakota, where I also got in. It's a little cold there in the winter. When I say a little cold, I mean very cold. And I was looking forward to being somewhere where it's not cold, where I can go outside and walk in the park in the middle of the winter. And that wasn't going to happen in Minnesota. So in the same city as Minnesota, St. Thomas. I had a friend that went to St. Thomas. He said it was not worth it because it's expensive. It's a private school. But I met somebody from St. Thomas when I was at one of the law school forums held by LSAC. And so I was just wanting to go and look around. But unfortunately, the weekend I was there, it was, I guess, Labor Day weekend. I think it was September of 24. And so it was Labor Day weekend. Nobody was there except the people cutting the grass. And so I sat on a bench outside the school for a while, watched people passing by and stuff, but didn't get to go in. It's a nice school from the outside, but I didn't get a chance to look around on the inside. So I guess the last place that I went was the place that I chose, University of Arkansas at Little Rock. And I came and I was attracted to Little Rock for so many different reasons. It was back in the South, it's warmer, they have food I like. There's all kind of different music, from country music to blues, jazz, live music. And it has a river. It's close to downtown. It is actually kind of in downtown. And I could afford to live here. I thought. And I could, if I get a job, I can afford to live here. But I can afford to live here. It's not like a fast-paced city like Dallas or Houston, Miami, New York, LA, Chicago, Seattle. It's not fast-paced like that. It's not too big and it's not too small, and it worked really well for me. And when I toured the school, I enjoyed it. There are some questions that I wished that I had asked better, and I had gotten more precise answers about. But for the most part, I've been happy with this decision. Um, I've had lots of good experiences already. I've been here one semester, had so many good experiences, and I've talked about some of them already. Um, and so it's been a good time. But my piece of advice about visiting law schools would be to decide where you want to apply, and then the ones that you get in, uh, go visit, and then pay your seat fee and go to the one that you want to go to, because it might be fun to like travel all over the country to these different schools, and if you can afford to do that, by all means, go for it. But it is a big expense if you don't have a lot of money, and it's not really worth it because you're just going to say, "Oh, I went to the school and it was nice and people were good," and that's it. So I would say take a visit to places that you think you really want to go, see if you like it, spend a couple of days there if you can, and then make your decision. Because I think the more time that you can actually spend, not only inside the law school, but in the area around it that you think you might live, then that's how you get a better idea of whether you really want to go there or not. So anyway, those are my law school visits. Thanks for listening. Bye.